Hey guys, it's Coach Abby. I'm just doing a quick video to show you how to do your measurements and to do them accurately. A lot of people skip this step, and I really encourage you to do it for a couple of reasons. First of all, if you follow the directions for this challenge to the T, do everything that we ask you to do, you are much more likely to be successful, obviously. If you follow the process and trust the process, you're going to see results. A lot of people skip this step. Oh, it's not important. I'll just weigh myself. If you follow the instructions for preseason, which is to do your before pictures and your measurements, you're way more likely to continue on this journey and to follow it to the T and not slack off here, slack off there, slack off here, slack off there, and then fall off the wagon completely. So I strongly encourage you to do this very important step. Also, it is great to be able to refer back to. Maybe week 3, you get discouraged because you didn't lose any weight or you lost half a pound and you really wanted to lose like 3 more pounds. I'm going to encourage you at that point as your coach to take your measurements and take a picture and look at it. Sometimes your body changes so dramatically, but that scale doesn't move. And looking at your measurements and looking at those pictures is going to keep you from getting discouraged. And it's going to keep you from falling off the wagon and just to continue on and dig deep. And so that's another huge reason, because that scale, I'm telling you, that scale lies. Don't always believe that scale. The inches, they don't lie. The pictures, they don't lie. I know it's uncomfortable. For me, I think I cried. It was very uncomfortable because when I looked at those before pictures, I had been lying to myself. I didn't see what was really going on with my body, and I just like to cover up with big comfy clothes and continue to be in denial because it's painful to look at yourself in a new, light. So I know it's painful. You can try to do them yourself if you really don't want to have anybody do them. But if you can find somebody that you trust, maybe your spouse, maybe a close friend, maybe your mom, sister, brother, whatever, have them help you with these measurements and the before pictures. And what will really take your accountability to the next level, it's something I did. It's something that made me extremely uncomfortable, but I did it anyway. I shared my before pictures on day 1 with somebody that I trusted, which was actually my coach because she's a very close friend of mine. So if you don't feel like sharing them with your coach, that's okay. Share them with your best friend. Share them with your spouse. If you share your pictures, it's almost like saying, I'm doing this and you better make sure I do it. Make sure I send you these after pictures. Plus, you may be kind of like, oh, my before pictures were terrible. I've got to step it up a notch. I've got to do this. I have got to show them my amazing after pictures. And that's what I was doing. I was so embarrassed in my before pictures that I wanted to make some really killer after pictures. And that is what kept me in this process. Whatever it takes. It may not be the right reasons, but who's to say what's right and what's wrong? It worked for me. So I strongly encourage it. So you can write your measurements down on a piece of paper. I have a little folder that I keep. This is all of, I've done probably 15 rounds of the fix. So I like to keep my before and after measurements in my little booklet and my weight, and I take pictures before and after, and I kind of put it all in this booklet just to keep track. And so you're going to write down bust, waist, hips, left thigh, left arm, right arm. And you can also, if you're more of a technology person, I think there's a place in the app that you can put it. And also, if you go to teambeachbody.com, you can enter them there. And if you go enter your after results, you get a free t-shirt, a 21-day fixed or extreme t-shirt, whatever program you're doing. And you could be entered to win like $5,000, which is awesome. Okay, so get your tape measure, the bust, is really easy. You just measure right where your nipples are, y'all. I mean, mine are a little lower than they used to be, but they're still here. Measure there and put your arms down. So if you do have lat muscles, that those get in the measurements as well. Waist, you do it right where your belly button is. I wouldn't suck in, but I wouldn't let it completely out, just kind of in the middle, you know. But you want to do it legs kind of hip width apart when you're standing. Do it at the widest part of your butt. Arms, you're going to measure the distance between your armpit and your elbow. Say it's easier if you have somebody help you. But say this is 9 inches, you're going to half that. So 4.5 inches down is where you would measure. If you have like an actual bicep, I don't really have a bicep, you measure it at the peak of the muscle. For your thighs, you want to have your legs together. Again, you're going to want to measure between your kneecap and your inner thigh, like where your inseam ends. And you half that. And then you measure right there. Make sure you do both sides. You'd be surprised what a change is. You know, I think this arm's like a 1/2 inch bigger and the legs aren't completely symmetric either. So make sure you do that as well. And I think that's it. Arm, thigh, thigh, bust, waist, hip. You guys, do not skip this step. I'm telling you, it will make you more successful and you will stick with it. I guarantee it. I don't guarantee it, but I think you will stick with it. There's a much greater chance. Okay, y'all have a great day.